Hi, welcome to this series for your preparation on TSPSC groups exam. Today's topic will be covering logical reasoning. We'll be covering the various type of questions from numeric to general knowledge based. Let's get into the topic. So the first question says, if tall is equivalent to circle, advocates to triangle, and strong is square, then indicate which number will represent strong advocates only. Okay, so here we have a diagram and we have three different geometric figures. One is the circle, one is the triangle, and one is the square. And so the question is asking us which area or which number, each number here 1, 2, 3, 4 through 7 represents a certain area. Either it is overlapping with two figures or three figures or just single geometric figures. So the question is asking which number represents strong advocates. So strong is equivalent to square. So let's just look at the square region. So here this is the square region. So this is strong and they're asking strong advocates, and advocates is equivalent to triangle. So this is triangle. So here the overlap of advocates and strong is this area here. So when we look at this area, we have two numbers. We have 4, we have 7. Okay, but 7 is the overlap of three geometric figures, that is the circle, the square, and the triangle. But the question is asking strong advocates only. So if we want only two groups, it is this area here. So the answer is option C, 4. 4 represents strong advocates. Let's look at the next question now. So the question says, refer to the pie chart and answer the question. Sales of X brand jeans by different stores in 2015 is given by this pie chart. Here we see that there are different stores A, B, C, D, E, F, and the total number of items that are sold is given equal to 42,000. And the question is asking what is the average number of sales done by A, B, C and F together. So if we look at A, B, C, F, we know that A has done 18% of the sales, B has done 22% of the sales, C has done 28% of the sales, and F has done 16% of the sales. So if we sum this up, the total will come out to be 84%. So when we know that the entire total number of items sold is 42,000, that means 100% of the sales is equivalent to 42,000 items. So we want A, B, C and F. So for A, B, C and F, the sum comes out to be 84%. We need to find out what is it sold. So the sum of A, B, C, F is nothing but 84 by 100 into 42,000. So that comes out to be 84 into 420. Now observe what the question is asking. It is asking what is the average number of sales done by them. So here we have the sum, but we have how many stores? A, B, C, F. We have 4 stores. So for the average sales, we need the sum, that is 84 into 420 divided by 4. So when we divide this, you will get 4 2s are 4 1s are 21 into 420 comes out to be 8820. So the answer is option A. Let's look at the next question now. Asha remembers that her sister Nisha's birthday is after 19th but before 22nd of April. Whereas her father remembers that Nisha's birthday is after 20th but before 24th of April. Which day of April does Nisha's birthday fall? So what does Asha remember? Asha remembers that the birthday is after 19th. So what do you mean after 19th? Either it can be 20th or it can be 21st. But it is also before 22nd, right? So either it has to be on 20th or 21st. Whereas the father remembers that it is after the 20th but before 24th. So according to father, the birthday is either on 21st, because it's after the 20th. So 21st, 22nd, 23rd or 24th. So if we put the knowledge of both these people together, we can conclude that Nisha's birthday is on 21st. So the answer is option C. Let's look at the next question now. In the following sequence of alphabets, which letter would be 10th to the left of the letter which is 15th from the right? Okay, so for this, first we need to figure out which letter is 15th from the right. So if you see, the rightmost letter is Z, and if you're counting 15, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is the letter which is 15th from the right. And we need to see the letter which is 10th to the left of this letter. So we have some letters to the right of this and some letters which are left of this. So we need to see the 10th letter that is from the left of this. So let's count 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we come at B. The answer option is B. So basically, instead of going about counting it, we can just say that 15th from the right would be any random alphabet instead of counting it. So let's just say the 15th position, and then they're saying 10th to the left of the letter. So if you add another 10, so we need to move left, more left. So if we add 10, so that means you want to know which is the 15th alphabet from the right. So 25th alphabet. We know that there are total 26 alphabets, right? Okay, so the 26th alphabet is A from the right if we count, and the 25th is B. So you can easily just say B instead of counting the alphabets. That's another way of solving this. Let's look at the next question now. Meena walks 25 meters westward, then she turns to her left and walks 20 meters, and then turns to her right and walks 10 meters. She again turns to her right and walks 20 meters. What is the distance walked by her, and in which direction is she facing now? Okay, so let's just say this is the starting point of Meena. We know that, let's keep our directions in mind here, which is north, south, east, west. Okay, so first she walks 25 meters west. So she walks in this direction 25 meters. Now she turns to her left. So if she is walking in this direction, if she has to turn left, she will turn this side, that is south. So now she turns to her left and walks 20 meters. So here she walks south 20 meters. Now she turns to her right. From here, if she turns to her right, she will be walking westward again. So she walks again 10 meters in this direction. And she again turns to her right and walks 20 meters. So from here, if she turns to her right, she will again walk northward. So here she walks again 20 meters. So basically this is her starting point A, this is her ending point B. And there, what is the question asking? What is the distance walked by her? So the entire distance is 25 plus 20 plus 10 plus 20, that is 45, 55, 65, 75. So it is total 75 meters. And now they're asking which direction is she facing? Because the last direction that she was walking was northward. So from here right now, she's facing north. So this answer option is B. Let's look at the next question now. What will come at the place of the question mark? So here we have a series of numbers 4, 7, 12, 19, 28, and the last one is a question mark. So let's see the pattern here. So from 4 to 7 we have plus 3. From 7 to 12 we have plus 5. From 12 to 19 we have plus 7. And from 19 to 28 we have plus 9. So we see that the numbers are increasing. And how are they increasing? Every time we are adding an odd number. And this odd number is in the right sequence. It's in the incremental sequence. So 3, 5, 7, 9. What is the next odd number we know? 11. So if we see in place of the question mark, we will get 28 plus 11, which is 39, which is answer option B. Let's look at the next question now. Okay, there is a series. Study the following number series and find out how many numbers can be accommodated in the series if the series begins with 111 and ends at 201. Okay, first we need to identify what pattern does the series follow. So here again, 111 plus what is 114? You're adding 3. 114 plus again another plus 3 gives 117. 117 plus 3 is 120. So basically we're just increasing the number by 3 every time. So here they're asking us how many numbers are there. Let's say if we just want to see if it's 111 ending at 120, how will we count the number of the number of numbers that are here? So we will just subtract 111 from 120, that is comes out to be 9, and we will divide it by 3. So we will get 3, but the number of numbers here between 111 and 120 is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you will always have to add a +1 to get the exact number of numbers that are between two numbers following a exact sequence. If you take any consecutive number, if you add 123 as the next number and use the same logic, you will know that this is the logic it follows. First you take the difference, divide it by the common factor, the common incremental factor, and then you will add a +1. So here to find the number, how many numbers are there, we will subtract the first digit from the last number from the last number, that is 201 minus 111, which is nothing but 90. Now if you divide 90 by 3, you will get 30, and you will add a 1 at the end, so you will get 31. So there are total 31 numbers between both in this series from 111 to 201. So the answer is option B. Let's look at the next question now. In the following question, there are 2 statements followed by 4 conclusions. You have to take the 2 given statements to be true, even if they seem to be at variance from commonly known facts, and then decide which of the given conclusion logically follows from the 2 given statements, disregarding commonly known facts. So the statements are A, all lions are dogs. B, so the statements are A, all lions are dogs. B, some dogs are tigers. And the conclusions given are some lions are tigers, some dogs are lions, no lion is a tiger, all dogs are lions. So basically let's look at the statements first. So they're saying that if you take any lion, so every lion is equivalent to a dog. Okay, and they're saying few, some dogs, not all dogs. Okay, they're saying few dogs are tigers. So let's look at the conclusions one by one. So can we say that some lions are tigers? Okay, so we know that every lion is a dog. So out of this, there can be few lions who are called dogs, and then those dogs can be tigers. So there definitely can be some lions who are tigers. So this conclusion seems valid. Okay, now let's look at the next conclusion. Some dogs are lions. So yeah, definitely if you're saying that every lion is a dog, so there are definitely few dogs, some dogs which are lions. There can be some dogs which are not lions as well, but there are definitely some dogs which are lions. So these 2 seem to be true. Now let's look at the third conclusion. No lion is a tiger. Okay, so you cannot conclusively say that no lion is a tiger, because there can be, say, a lion which is an lion X, which is a dog, and the same dog can be one of the few dogs which is a tiger. So it could be that there is a lion X which is a tiger. So this is not a valid conclusion. So let's look at the fourth conclusion. All dogs are lions. So here be careful. We know that all lions are dogs, but there can be few dogs which are not lions. Okay, there can be few dogs which are tigers, which are not lions. So obviously fourth is also not true. So out of all of these, let's see, only option 1 is correct, because 1 and 2 are following the conclusion statements, but 2 and definitely 4 is not true, and 1 and 3 is also not true, and definitely all do not follow. Okay, so that's the answer option number 1. Let's look at the next question now. So it's the same again. You are given a statement and you have conclusions. We have to see which conclusion follows the statement accurately. So the statement is population increase coupled with depleting resources is going to be the scenario of many developing countries in the days to come. And the conclusions are, the population of developing countries will not continue to increase in the future. And the second conclusion is, it will be very difficult for the governments of developing countries to provide its people decent quality of life. Okay, so given this statement, it clearly says the population increase coupled with depleting resources. That means the population is seen that in the future it will increase. Okay, so this statement number 1 is a direct contradiction of the statement. Conclusion number 1 is a direct contradiction of the statement. So definitely that is not going to follow statement 1. And the second one, conclusion says it will be very difficult for the governments of developing countries to provide its people decent quality of life. Yes, exactly. So this is a conclusion that we can say from the statement, because the statement is saying population increase coupled with depleting resources is making the scenario of developing countries worse. Okay, so this is what it is predicting. So statement number 2 is following the statement, conclusion number 2 is following the statement correctly. So the answer is option 2. Let's look at the next question. The following consists of a question and 2 statements. Decide whether the information provided in the statements is sufficient to answer the question. So in a row of 5 children, P, Q, R, S and T, who is standing in the middle. So, okay, so the question is asking us to figure out who is standing in the middle. There are 5 children. Okay, so the first statement says that S is to the immediate right of T. So let's say T is here and S is to the immediate right of T. So S is here and Q is to the immediate left of T. So Q is here. Okay, so this is the information given. We know this arrangement, but who else is left out? P and R are left out. So if we say that P is standing here and R is standing here, then we know that we can say that T is standing in the middle. But there could be another combination where QTS is standing like this as given in statement A, but then P and R are standing here. So from this arrangement, we know that S is in the middle. So here we have an ambiguity and we cannot definitely answer the question who is standing in the middle. So A alone is not sufficient to answer this question. Now B alone, say B is saying that Q is to the extreme left. So if Q is to the extreme left, we have no other information of how the remaining 5 children are standing. So remaining 4 children are standing. So definitely we cannot conclude who is standing in the middle by using B alone. Now let's look at both of these statements together. If we know that QTS are standing like this, Q, then T, then S, and we know that Q is the extreme left. So we know that Q, T, S stand here and P and R can take any of these 2 positions because Q has to be to the extreme left. So we know there are 2 children onto the right of S and 2 children to the left of S. So definitely S is the middle person standing in this Q. So in this line. So definitely we need both A and B together to sufficiently answer the question. So the answer is option 3. Let's look at the next question. The following consists of a question and 2 statements. Again, this is a data sufficiency question. So the question is asking, how much was the total sale of the company? And the 2 statements given are, company sold 8,000 units of product A and each cost 25 rupees. So from the statement A, we can say from product A itself, the sale of the company is 25 rupees into 8,000. So, but there is a question that there could be a product B, a product X or a product Y which could have added to the sales of the company. So, we do not know what the total sales of the company are from the information given in A alone. Now, if you look at statement B alone, the company has no other product line. This statement on its own makes no sense at all. So, that's why B alone can also not answer the question. So, if you put A and B together, we know that product A sold 8,000 units into 25 rupees each. So, we know the sales of that. And from B, we know that there is no other product. So, B, X, Y, any other product is not possible. So, we know the total sales is equal to the sales of product A. And that's why both A and B together are sufficient to answer the question. Let's look at the next question now. Study the numbers in the given table and find the logic in arrangement and find out what should come in place of the question mark. So, here you have 7, 14, 42, 14, 28, 84, 28, 56, 168. Okay, so if we see the pattern, we know that 7 into 2 is 14, 14 into 2 is 28. Okay, again 14 here, 14 into 2 is 28, 28 into 2 is 56. 42 into 2 is 84 and 84 into 2 is 168. So, basically we are just multiplying 2 across the rows to get to the next column. So, you have, so 28 into 2 is nothing but 56. So, this will be 56. 56 into 2 is nothing but 112. So, this will be 112. 168 into 2 is nothing but 2 is 16, 2 6 are 12, 13. 2 ones are 336. So, the answer is option C. Let's look at the next question now. So, this is again a table. We have a question mark. The pattern is pretty simple. You have A, Z, B, Y, C, X. So, here the first alphabets, if you look at them, they're incremental. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then if the question mark weren't there, it would be an H. And then you have an I here. And if you look at the second alphabets, you see that it is counting down from the reverse side. So, this is Z, Y, X, W, V, U. So, obviously, it will be S here. So, the answer is option B. Next question now. So, we have sort of a diagram here and they're asking to find the missing number. Okay, so if we look at this, we see it's like a cyclic progression. The numbers are increasing this way. And here we have 8 into 2 is 16. 16, but then 16 into 2 is 32, but we're missing something here. So we can say that 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 8 is 24. 24 plus 8 is 32, 32 plus 8 is 40, 40 plus 8 is 48, 48 plus 8 is 56. So, we're just adding 8 every time instead of multiplying by 2. So, we're just adding 8. So, 56 plus 8 will give us 64. The answer option is 64. Another way of looking at it is all these numbers are some multiple of 8. So, if you look at the answer options, you can narrow down that 64 is the only multiple of 8 here. Those were some logical reasoning questions for your preparation for the groups exam in the TSPSC exams. So, hope you learned something today and they were helpful in your preparation. Thanks for watching.